Although we have lost many valuable experiences, this should only make this beautiful morning that much more special. You must be mentally strong before you can make dreams a reality. You must understand that dreams are not what you see in your sleep. Dreams are that which do not let you sleep.
Good morning, class of 2020, parents, special guests, and friends. Welcome to the virtual commencement proceedings of the Douglas MacArthur Senior High School class of 2020. We all acknowledge that these are unprecedented times, but we remain committed to making this a very special occasion and one to remember by our graduates. I have been honored to be your principal, and I am very proud of your resilience and commitment to your future by taking your education seriously and earning your high school diploma. At this time, we will pause for the pledge to our flags and the playing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets were glad to sing night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
There are a number of individuals who have worked very hard to make this day a special one for our graduates. I will acknowledge them at this time. Dr. Latanya M. Goffney, Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Paul Shanklin, School Board President, Ms. Rose Avalos, Vice President, Ms. Connie Esparza, Secretary, Dr. Kimberly Booker, Assistant Secretary, Dr. Viola Garcia, Board Member, Mr. Randy Bates, Jr., Board Member, Mr. Steve Mead, Board Member, the entire Executive Leadership Team, senior class sponsors, MacArthur 9th grade principal, MacArthur High School and 9th grade assistant principals, MacArthur High School and 9th grade school counselors, and all campus staff members. Thank you for the hard work in helping us get here today. Graduates, we recognize that you would not be here without the help and support of your parents, and we recognize the parents of all graduating seniors and thank each of you for the support you have given to your child and to our school. Today, we are honored to have some of our graduating seniors who have enlisted in one of the military branches or who have been accepted into one of the military academies. It is my honor to recognize each of you and thank you for your commitment to our country. We have many students who have worked very hard to earn one or more scholarships. Students, the work you have done to support your education has paid off. We are proud to report that this class has earned over $8 million in scholarships. It is always an honor and pleasure to recognize your moments of celebration. Congratulations again. Now it is my pleasure to introduce the class of 2020 Salutatorian, followed by the Valedictorian, greetings from special guests, and I will return with my address to the class of 2020.
Good morning, Aldine District, MacArthur staff, parents, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2020. First and foremost, I want to thank everyone in attendance to celebrate the accomplishments of all the graduates today, despite the many obstacles we have dealt with recently. Buenos días al personal docente, padres, amigos y los más importante, la clase del 2020. Me gustaría iniciar este discurso agradeciendo a todos por su asistencia en este día para celebrar los logros de todos los estudiantes a pesar de los obstáculos que hemos encontrado en nuestro camino recientemente. Moving forward, I would like to remind all seniors that as hard as it may be, we should always focus on the positive aspects of every day. Although we have lost many valuable experiences, this should only make this beautiful morning that much more special, as we are congregated to celebrate with our loved ones. For this feat alone, I would like everyone to give our 2020 graduates a loud round of applause. Like all graduates, my family is also somewhere in these stands right now. First and foremost, I would like to give the biggest thanks to my hardworking father and strong mother who have sacrificed their whole lives for me to even have the opportunity to be standing amongst you all today. They have given me the freedom to choose my own path in life and have set the example for me to choose it wisely. Since I was just a child, my father told me, tienes que ser el número uno. This translates to, you have to be number one. Ever since then, I have never forgotten those 6 words. As I grew older, I began to decrypt the deeper meaning of those words and the power they truly hold. Repeating these 6 simple words is my personal antidote to combat difficult circumstances. As long as I have those 6 words, giving up will never be an option. As a child, the definition of this quote meant that I have to be the best relative to those around me, and quantitatively number one. This was clear and simple. As the years passed and I matured, the definition of my father's wise words have resonated differently with me, as I learned from the many successes and even more failures that I have experienced through life. Anyone that knows me knows that football is a keystone part of my life. In the United States, football is referred to as soccer, and so I will be referring to it as such only for this speech. My father taught me the beautiful game of soccer. Like him, soccer has been the great source of many life lessons. I used to believe that after everything was said and done, the only thing that mattered was the result of the match shown on the scoreboard. All that mattered was winning. However, it was not until the first silent and long bus ride to MacArthur after a defeat during my soccer season when I learned that the actual value of a player comes from how much of their energy, effort, and heart they left on the pitch. As Cristiano Ronaldo, one of the best soccer players in the world, said, "In my mind, I am always the best and nothing can change that." This is the same state of mind that I have always implemented in life. As long as I know I did everything I could to reach my goals, the only true competition I have is with myself. With this being said, I have and will always tell people the same thing. You must be mentally strong before you can make dreams a reality. You must understand that dreams are not what you see in your sleep. Dreams are that which do not let you sleep. The present is now here, and those 6 words have aged well. I now believe it simply means that I have to be my best. I must make sure to value that by never giving anything short of my best on anything that has my name written on it, because it stands as a symbol that represents who I am. We should measure success only at the amount of effort we put in. When working towards the goal, you can only give it your all. And after that, if you succeed, then great. But if you fail, then at least you know you could have done nothing else. Failure should be taken with a grain of salt, and it's a simple symbol that there is work left to be done, goals left to be reached, and experiences left to be learned from. In other words, I simply think of life as a game of soccer, in which you must never give up no matter the odds. Because if you think you will lose, you will. Out in the world, we find that success begins with a person's perception, and it is all in our state of mind. Always remember that life's battles may not always go to the fastest or strongest person, but sooner or later, the one who triumphs is the one who thinks he can. Good luck, class of 2020. The first game has just ended, and we have definitely achieved victory. Now let the next game begin.
None of us knew that we wouldn't be returning to school or work. We didn't know in the matter of a few weeks we would all be socializing through Zoom calls. Who knew we would come to miss seeing even just that one random person we passed by every day? Yet, that's the thing about life. It never ends up exactly the way you plan it. However, I hope we all have had some type of takeaway from this pandemic. 2 that I personally had are the following. Firstly, cherish your life and the lives around you. Enjoy the big moments and the small ones, because we are sometimes blind to the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. Secondly, constantly sulking over your losses does no good. Sometimes you just have to make the best out of things. In the past few months, I've lost my grandfather, my dog, and the most memorable months of my senior year. And for a while, I was letting my losses get to my head until I chose to accept them. It was only then that I came to appreciate everything I gained throughout those months, such as the quality time with my family. So my point is, looking at the glass half full instead of half empty can help you get through dark times. In conclusion, I would like to thank those who have contributed to my success. To my teachers, thank you for creating an environment I love to learn in. To my friends, thank you for never failing to make me laugh, even in my saddest moments. To my sister Selena, you are the best friend I never knew I needed. Your support meant the most to me because you've been my role model as I've grown up. So thank you for continuously motivating me. And most importantly, my parents. Dad, thank you for everything you have done to make sure school was always my first priority. From working 3 jobs at once to washing the dishes for me when I needed extra time to study. Nothing you do goes unappreciated. Mom, you're undoubtedly the person I butt heads with the most, but you are also the most kind-hearted person that I know. Thank you for always loving me unconditionally. The both of you have always wanted the best for me, and I would certainly not be who I am today without either of you. I love both of you more than y'all could ever know. And to anyone else who has always believed in my success, I hope I have and will continue to make you proud. So, to the class of 2020, I wish you all the best, and I believe in every single one of you. And to everyone gathered here today, if we can survive a pandemic that changed the entire world, we can make it through any future setback. Thank you.
Hey everybody, Adrian Garcia, County Commissioner of Precinct 2, of which the phenomenal community of Aldine is a part of. I am so proud and honored to be able to congratulate the class of 2020 of all of the Aldine High Schools that are graduating in this season. And I'll tell you, I hate having to do this by video, but you know what? We're all in it together. And it is not the reflection of this process, the way we're doing it these days. It's a reflection of all of your successes in your past years. But also remember that it's not the graduation stage that's most important. It's the fact that you are now about to step onto a world stage. You have been empowered by your teachers with knowledge and information. Embrace it, allow it to spread your wings so that you can soar to great heights, but then come back to your community and continue to be a great role model to other young people in the Aldine area. We need you. We need your example. We need your stories. We need others to know that they can aspire to be you. And so with that, I'll just say that until we can shake hands and hug each other and high five, I just want to say to you that I am so proud of your success. I wish you all the best. But again, never forget where you come from. Congratulations and God bless.
Good morning, class of 2020. We finally made it to the day, your official rite of passage, and boy, have you all earned it. Before I begin my speech, I want us to remember 2 of your classmates who should be here with us today. Please join me in 20 moments of silence to honor 2 fallen MacArthur generals, Adrian Mendoza and Mario Torres. Thank you. Our hearts go out to both families. Adrian and Mario will forever be MacArthur generals. Seniors, at this stage of the game, as Jesus mentioned earlier, you have heard it all, and there are no new sentiments I can express. We will not focus on what you did not get to enjoy as seniors. Instead, we will focus on some great moments that occurred this year. Let's start in the area of academics. We had 13 students in our first advanced placement capstone program this year. These students had to make a 3 or higher in at least 4 AP classes and take both AP seminar and research courses. I would like to commend these students for challenging themselves and making history at MacArthur High School. They are leading the way for our future AP students. MacArthur started its first Math Honor Society organization this year. We are the first school in the district to start Mu Alpha Theta. Next, in the area of fine arts, theater arts had a successful year, and Alicia Morelos won Best Performer in Roosters, and she also qualified for nationals with her monologue. Our Jammin' Generals Marching Band earned straight ones, making this their 24th consecutive First Division rating. 32 students earned a superior First Division rating in the form of 6 solos and 6 ensembles, and all advanced to the state solo and ensemble contest. Our very own band director, Mr. Jose Antonio Diaz, received the CMA Foundation Music Teacher of Excellence Award, only one of 10 teachers who received this national award. Career technical education had many highlights. National Technical Honor Society inducted 35 new members this year. Our JROTC cadet academic team qualified for the 2020 Army JROTC Academic Bowl Championship in Washington, D.C. for the first time in MacArthur history. Zoe Delgado, Taffy president, placed 4th at the Taffy Teach Tomorrow Summit and advanced to nationals. MacArthur Business Professionals of America received an award for being the largest chapter in Texas for the 2nd year in a row. Yotzitling Rodriguez earned first place at BPA state competition for her administrative support research product, and this qualified her for the national competition in Washington, D.C. The Criminal Justice Club also advanced to state for the first time in 5 years. I would like to congratulate all of our CTE students on this year's accomplishments. In the area of athletics, MacArthur truly excelled. Cross country, tennis, golf, and volleyball were all district champs. Girls basketball advanced to the playoffs as well, as our football team in MacArthur was the only Aldine school to advance in football. Go Big Red! Unfortunately, our spring sporting events were cut short due to COVID-19. Nevertheless, we left on a high note. Girls soccer was undefeated in district, and boys soccer was also positioned to go to the playoffs. And by the way, beat Nimitz for the first time in 7 years with a score of 1-0. Generals baseball and softball were both playoff bound, and our track team was state bound in individual and relay events. My heart aches for our athletes who graduate today with unfinished business in their respective sports. No matter how you break it down, MacArthur High School had the best athletic record in a decade. Our senior athletes and their coaches had an awesome school year. Seniors, after you cross the stage to accept your diploma, you will receive a gift. Each one of you will receive a red MacArthur pen. The pen itself may not be exciting, but I am hoping that it will remind you that you are a general forever in your past, present, and future. The ink in this pen represents the past. We use ink to record data, take notes, and remember details from past events. So maybe you will use it to write a thank you note for a graduation gift or sign a yearbook. Hopefully, everything you will write will trigger happy memories from your time at MacArthur. Secondly, the pen has a stylus. This part of the pen can be traced back in history. However, we presently link this with modern day technology. We use the stylus with touchscreens on phones, tablets, and laptops. This part of the pen represents this proud moment, earning your diploma. Lastly, this beautiful, shiny, stylus red pen has a light. With one click, you can activate the flashlight feature. It will allow you to see beautiful things more clearly. It will also bring to light mistakes, wrongdoings, and biases that each of you have the power to change moving forward. The light within the pen will illuminate the path to your future. My hope for each of you is to use this pen to share your past, tell your individual stories, and direct your futures. Class of 2020, your experiences are unlike any other class that has come before you. If you own your past, it will help shape your very bright futures. Always remember, we are proud of you. We want the best for each of you, but most of all, that Mac pride never dies. Congratulations, class of 2020. We are now ready for the presentation of the 2020 graduating class of Douglas MacArthur Senior High School. Dr. Goffney, I am honored to share with you that these senior members of the class of 2020 have met the criteria to graduate. They have satisfied all requirements of Aldine Independent School District and the state of Texas, and are hereby entitled to be graduates of Douglas MacArthur High School with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto.
To members of the graduating class of 2020, it is with great pride that I address you today as you complete your journey with Aldine ISD. Your families and your teachers, principals, coaches, and administrators have molded and guided you over the years, and I know they've inspired and prepared you to be the best version of yourselves. I've said it before, and I mean it even more today. The class of 2020 is going to be remembered forever. Your perseverance, your resilience, your hope, your passion, your tenacity, they cannot be forgotten. You've seen so much change this last year. A civil rights movement and a pandemic exposed issues and changed how we do business, interact with one another, and how we learn. It's safe to say the world we live in now is different. I encourage you not to stress about it. Don't give up. Take the attributes with you into the next chapter of your life, whatever that may be. It was difficult to make the call to not host an in-person ceremony, but safety had to be the number one priority. This will never make up for the face-to-face ceremony, but I do hope that you understand that your experience this year and the past 12 years before you are worth celebrating. You are worth celebrating. Now, to make it official, it gives me great pride to say these words again. I've heard from each of the high school principals, and they have shared a complete list of seniors, members of the class of 2020 that have met the criteria to graduate. These students have satisfied all requirements of the Aldine Independent School District in the state of Texas. I have shared with the Board of Trustees that I certify that the students who have met the requirements of graduation set forth by the Texas Education Agency and the Aldine Independent School District Board of Trustees are eligible to receive their diplomas and are hereby entitled to be graduates with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. Congratulations to the Aldine class of 2020.
The format for awarding diplomas to our graduates enables us to focus more individual attention on each member of the class of 2020 by allowing you to share in the recognition of the honors bestowed upon each of them. The first 122 students represent the top 15% of their class. Representing the top 5, or the first 40 students, are graduating magna cum laude with great honors and earned a double gold cord. The next 82 students represent the next 10% and earned a single gold cord, signifying their cum laude status. Students who are members of the National Honor Society earned a white sash and blue and gold cords. All other cords indicate either membership in an organization, outstanding participation in a special program, or academic excellence. Students designated as a foundation with endorsement plan graduate have completed specific curriculum requirements established by the state of Texas.
All hail MacArthur, our alma mater, to you we will be true. Our banners are a glorious sight with the silver and red and white. With faith thy word we shall be, ever steadfast and loyal to thee. With our heads held high, we are filled with
have proudly presented the Douglas MacArthur Senior High School graduating class of 2020. Congratulations.